Yeah, how was Lake Erie?
Lake Erie is beautiful this time of year, especially from beneath the surface.
Nice.
Anyway, long story short, my convention is coming up next weekend, July 4th weekend, Play on Con down in Birmingham, Alabama.
Woohoo!
So I've been working really hard to get that ready to go, and I haven't been gaming as much as I should. I mean, as much as I want to, but at the same time, I've been gaming more than I should because I keep like.
I have to say, he says that he's been working on it all the time, but like every couple hours or so, I get a message from him that says I should really be working on the con right now, but I just don't feel like it.
Well, I did a couple of things that, like, for instance, I felt like I should, play some TF2, so I would be informed when we talked about stuff this week, and then Clyde sent me a ship invite for the demo, so I played the ship, which is kind of a fascinating concept. You've played, Eric?
Yeah, I saw you logged on. It was Friday night, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I logged on at Friday night as well.
And have you played yet?
I haven't. No one sends me free shit.
So send anyone who's purchased the ship, please send Brent an invite. But I played it for a while, and it was kind of a fascinating concept. I enjoyed a lot of the stuff, but it took me forever to first off, I don't know the maps. So when you look at your quarry and you see, they're in this room in this area, I'm like, I don't know where that is. So there's a huge knowing the map advantage. Mm-hmm. The second thing is that I am busy looking for weapons, and I'm like, okay, is there anything in this closet? No. What about this closet? No. I don't really know where is the best place to look for weapons yet.
Yeah,
and
that's my biggest complaint about that game is I feel like if it would actually even be better if they just started everyone with a random weapon, even if it was a crap weapon. If it was a random weapon and I had a weapon, I at least could feel like I am playing the game instead of just running around looking for a poop place.
Yeah, it's kind of like they do in Deathmatch. You start with your crappy weapon and you go trying to find the BFG.
Well,
okay. I haven't played Deathmatch.
No, they don't. You don't get a weapon when you start off in the ship. You have to find.
No. I'm talking about in regular Deathmatch.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what you're saying that they should do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and the problem is that the good players get a hold of the semi-automatic weapons, and then that's the end of it. They lock down certain parts of the map, and it's very frustrating. And I really didn't enjoy it all that much. And then, like, for instance, somebody gets lucky, and I would get caught every time I killed anybody I wasn't supposed to kill. I'd get thrown in jail or some kind of craziness. And for some reason, anybody could kill me without any, worry of having anything go wrong.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, Peanut's saying that you should start off as a passenger and go look around and find all the stuff first.
Oh,
so I guess you don't get shot.
Boring as crap. You know what that is? That's delaying the time that it takes me to be able to play the game and have fun.
Yes.
I mean,
Spectator.
That is a workable solution.
I mean, don't y'all think knowing where everything is in, say, TF2 is just as valuable? Knowing where all the health is, the ammo is.
Well, the problem
where to
is
go to cap.
Okay, so you find a syringe in your room, and somebody is standing outside the hallway of all the of half the starting rooms, and they have a pistol. You step out into the hallway and you die. It's just not.
Why do you step out in the hallway? Why don't you wait for him to come in and stab him in the neck with the syringe?
Yes, because what you're going to do is get lots of points for sitting in a room waiting for someone to come in it. No. Anyway, I did not really.
That's how I played.
I really did not have a very good time playing. And then, we played the thing where there's two different teams,
Oh, yeah.
There's the debutantes and the untouchables
VIPs,
or something like that. And I ended up being the VIP. And we just hid in a room. And I'm like, guys, I'm getting hungry. Guys, I'm blocking the door. I'm getting hungry. Somebody needs to bring me some food and some water. Doesn't that sound like a great gameplay? I'm going to hang out in this room and have people bring me stuff. It was terrible. I did not have a good time.
It's like being a king.
Maybe I'll have more fun, after I've played it for a while and maybe know the maps a little better, but I didn't.
I think maybe if you started role-playing in it, you'd have more fun. Yeah.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Look for some furry outfits.
Oh, yeah. That'd be hot. I'll be a vampire running around. Look out for the bruja!
Now, I have to
just
say,
stand over
playing
there
the ship, did you ever play the team versus team
Yes.
Style of play.
Yes. That's
I like that a lot better. It seems like my success in the game is far less dependent on my ability to find crap. Because if you invariably have someone on your team that knows where stuff is and he can drop stuff for me, it just seems like, that's more fun. And it would be even more fun if he didn't have to do that. If instead I just started with something. So,
Yes. Well, I did the team thing, and pretty much if I walked out in a hallway, I got shot. So, the ship. Woo! Anyway, so then I played some TF2, and I'll save our, which maps we're going to talk about, later in our reconnaissance segment. I did 2 weeks ago, and we were going to talk about it a little bit, last week, but when I was sick. But I've been playing a lot of Medic, lately, trying to get my Medic numbers up. And it was funny, we were playing on Bloodstained, I think it was.
Okay.
And I was playing with Griffin P. And basically, we just had several runs of punching heavy. I just kept him healed up, and we kept running down the hallway, and he kept punching people, and it was
I've
a lot of.
seen you do that a lot lately.
It was a lot of fun, and I just there was some good times there, and I just wanted to recognize that. I saw a new motto on the boards today.
Oh, what's that?
I was reading. There was a thread about something, and the conversation ended up changing drastically. And someone said, "We appear to be off course," and so,
Oh, in the thread?
yes, and so that was proposed as the new
That works in podcasts,
CP
too.
logo. Yeah, we appear to be off course.
Right.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I played some Age of Conan this week, just a little bit. I played a little bit of WoW this week. I played I think that's about it. Icarium.
You carry him?
I'm up to level 22 on one of my cities. Yeah, it's big.
Nice.
Okay, that's it.
Awesome.
Cool.
Eric,
My week.
how was your sexy week?
Last week, I wanted to mention something because I totally forgot about it. I just wanted to say thanks to Goose for buying me Half-Life Episode 1 for my birthday. Yay! I never played Episode 1 or 2, so this is going to be really cool. I didn't buy the Orange Box. I just bought, just TF2. And then later had to buy Portal, so I've already wasted too much money.
I don't want to hear it. Go look at my Steam's games list and tell me.
You know what you
wasted
should have
it.
done? What you should have done was bought the Orange Box and given her Portal and TF2.
Oh, yeah. Her being Sabrina.
Yes, I'm pointing, pointy.
But this week I played some TF2, played some CP After Dark on Friday night. It was a lot of fun. It always is. I missed out. Usually Sigma Sign will go through a bunch of maps, just, newly downloaded stuff. There was one that crashes the server, though. Spywinder C. Have you played that?
No,
It's
I
a
haven't.
great looking map. It is very, very nice looking, but it crashes after a while. There's a lot of particle effects. There's just so much going on. It's kind of a small map, but the layout is just super cool. I just wish it didn't crash. Anyway, hopefully there'll be a part 2 or something, an upgrade to that. But I forgot what all of the other maps we tested out. I tested out a couple later on that night, but I think Sigma Sign had already signed on to the ship along with a lot of other CPers about the time I got on. So we just kind of went around, played some maps we'd already played, like Meridian is always fun, I think. I play Soldier a lot on that map. Also some Fast Lane. Again, I play Soldier on that. I think my Soldier's really going up, my play time of the Soldier. And of course I went back, playing the Pyro. I still haven't unlocked my second milestone yet. I wish I would, but I'm still not farming it. So, when it happens is when it happens. Actually, I guess it's due to me playing Soldier a lot more, but, and let's see. So when I first logged in, we'll talk about this in the news section, but I unlocked my third milestone for Medic, because they did some updates to the achievements there. So that was nice. I didn't really do much with the bone saw though, because I don't know. I guess I wasn't really in the mood to play medic, you know. But you know, I'll have to hop back on and see how that works out. Let's see. That's really about it. I played some WoW this week. Of course, Acarium. I think I'm level 19 now. It was okay. I guess the thing the issue is there's too many names. Like, you're assigned some random name and you have to keep track of who it is that you kill. But every time
that's another one of my big complaints is I don't feel like I have a real personal connection to the person I'm hunting down.
Yeah.
I wish if I knew their regular name, not just their character name, then I would be a lot more motivated to go and hunt them down and murder them in cold blood.
Yeah, and you know, about halfway, I played it for, I don't know, 2 hours maybe. After about an hour, I realized that there was a Sims kind of attribute to it where you have to use the bathroom and you have to eat and stuff. I just didn't pay attention to that for an hour. So to me, it doesn't really matter what you do in the game. I was just killing people. I don't care if I'm hunting someone down. And I'd always hear, "Oh my God, you killed me, crazy woman with a, you know, I don't know, a letter opener or whatever."
Y'all aren't really doing a good job of selling this game.
But like, it's fun to kill, and they're like, "Oh my God, you were, you know, you weren't even hunting me," and I'm like, "I don't care. You're still dead, aren't you? I mean, does it matter?" I mean,
I would do that occasionally too, like get frustrated and just murder the first person I could.
But I don't see that there's any incentive to kill. See, it was late. It was CP after dark. I'm probably totally missing that entire point of this game. But to me, it was a first-person shooter, run around, kill people like crazy people, and that's fun.
There were some points in time where it was entertaining. I don't want to sound totally down on it. I had a good time, and I did manage to kill my quarry, I think, twice in 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. But it was there was so much other stuff going on, and yeah, the names get confusing. And then I like the idea that, you know, people can know what you look like, but you can change outfit, and so from far away they might not know it's you. I like that
too.
But like, you've got to get right up in people's faces to find out their names. Mm-hmm. So like, I would be walking around and I'd see somebody and I'd walk up to them and I'd like initiate the communication icon thing to like receive their name.
And then Eric would stab you in the face.
Yeah. No, but that's really what would happen. And it was like, and then there's one time, okay, I went into the engine room. Yeah. I went in the engine room with this huge boat. And I was just looking around, right? And I'm like, okay. Well, then I look at my quarry list, and the person I'm hunting has come into the engine room as well. And I'm like, okay. So I turn around, I start looking for him. And then I turn to the left, and I see them there, right? And so I walk over to them, and they just instantly swivel and shoot me. And I'm like, what? How did you get away with that? He's like, well, you were following me. I'm like, no, you were following me. You just weren't sharp enough to catch it. So, yeah. So, and then at that point in time, once they have killed me and know that they were my quarry because they got away with it, then, I mean, pretty much I'd walk around a corner and be shot by this person.
Yeah. You get thrown in jail sometimes, but really, to me, I don't care. There's people down there to kill too. I don't know.
Eric's killing the inmates, starting riots.
I mean,
okay, now it's getting good.
Technically, you go to jail all the time when you die in TF2. It's just called a spawn room. You know what I mean?
So you don't have to stay in jail that long in this game?
You just simply walk out of it. It's
and you actually can use the time to like get your stuff back. Like you can sit down at a table and eat and just lay on the bunk and go to sleep and get all your sim stats up while you're in prison. That's what I did. It was great.
But it's like real prison.
Yeah.
Just getting jailhouse tats while you were there.
I'm probably
prison
totally
is the most relaxing place. Oh my god.
Now y'all really know where Spencer went. He didn't really go up to the Carolinas.
Get to lay around all day and then you get to go out and have recess. It's fantastic.
Okay. Well, I think, are you done with your week?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready to move on to
the prison portion of our show?
Yes.
Oh, prison. Oh, I love it. Sorry.
On the loudspeaker.
So, I guess this week we got another blog post on the TF2 blog.
I didn't read it.
Yeah.
We get one every week now. Have you noticed that?
So, do you think that's good? Do you think that's enough? Once a week? Or, I mean, this
think
was
it's-
actually less than a week, I guess.
I think it's more
Do
than
we
I
get one
expected.
every week? Are we sure about that, or have we just gotten?
I think
a
it's only been
couple
up 3 weeks, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they put 2 up the first week.
Well, yeah. The new one is June 27th. The one before was 24th. Ooh, two
Yeah.
that week. And then the one before that was the 18th. So we are getting them pretty close together.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty
basically, I think that if my Valve time calculator is correct, that means that they meant to post those all within 5 minutes of each other.
yeah.
Well, now the good news is,
We've
like,
got to push that blog post a couple days.
their post on the Metagun is actually, kind of informative because it confirms things that we've done experiments, or other people in our community have done experiments. The latest one is on the TF2 trading cards.
Wow, I haven't seen that one. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that they were going to do, and then it kind of fell apart, or they didn't have a reason really to do them. So it's just kind of got the artwork for the cards or a couple of the cards and some text about where the cards came from and all that stuff. So that's not really the kind of thing I'm interested in.
Yeah,
you know,
it was kind of like
personally.
the Marvel superhero trading cards. You get the stats, you read the thing. But like when I first heard about it, I heard about it before I saw it on the blog. I thought, oh wow, a CCG, an actual game. Like I'm down to play some TF2 card style. Like some Magic or something. I don't know, whatever.
I thought I was, but I tried to get into like the WoW trading card games, and I just don't have that time to get. I mean, that's why I don't play board games, because I don't have that time to go to someone else's house
Right.
and then sit down and play, and then it's usually like a whole day event, and I don't have time.
You
to
remember
do
when we
that,
were all
so-
bachelors and we would hang out at each other's houses for like 6 hours straight and play like 15 games? And
No, because I didn't know either of y'all when I was a bachelor, really.
you are such a liar.
I mean, I knew you, but we didn't go over to your house and play.
You did
card
come
games.
over to me and Reese's house. Yes, you
I've
did.
never been over to you and
Ooh,
Reese's
called
house.
out.
Really?
Really?
I did though.
Wow.
We played games.
I think maybe
Yeah.
one Halloween. Was there one Halloween I came dressed up like a medic and everybody's looking at me funny because I was the only one dressed up?
No.
I think I was Nivik Eris. You know what I mean? I like and this wasn't like middle school or high school. This is, we were, out in the world. I had to have been 19 or 20. Maybe even 21. And so we're like, yeah, going to a Halloween party. I was like, great, that's awesome. So I'd get all dressed up. We'd been playing, Team Fortress at the time. So I dressed up as a medic, had like the mask on, had like the blood on the outfit and everything. And like no one else is dressed up. Yeah, pretty much so. It was one of those nights. And you
We
go and
need
you go, wow,
photos.
I'm not getting laid tonight. That's for sure.
No, people always dressed up for my Halloween parties. Always.
We need pictures of this, Brent.
Yes.
I've been looking for it. There's one picture somewhere.
They're like
It's on
film,
a
right?
zip.
You have to
This
scan
will
it
tell you
in.
how old it is. It's on a zip disk somewhere.
Oh, nice.
I have a zip drive at the house. We
Then
can work this out.
I think so.
That belongs in a museum.
The Museum of Brent.
Okay, so we've got we had a new post on the TF2 blog. Additionally, we had a Steam update. There were a couple of changes here. They reduced the medic's unlockable requirements to match that of the pyros. In other words, the medic players now are meeting the requirements to get their unlockables sooner.
Which
Yeah,
should be.
the actual achievements that they have to get are still just as ridiculous as they were before. You just have to do less of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and we have a question later on about that. Are we going to play that now at the end of the show, or?
Actually, you know what? That is an excellent choice of decisions to be made there. So, yes, I think we should play that right now. This is a who's this from here?
Hold on. Let's do a little clappy because this is it's going to take me a second.
This
to
is
get-
from Yumi, right?
I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah.
You are not prepared.
But yeah, that was good timing there.
Sorry.
So. No, that's good.
Is it on
'Cause-
this little disc?
Because we'd be like repeating ourselves later. So.
Is it here?
Yeah, it should be on there.
There? That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we will play that right now. This is a question. Actually, there's 2 questions in here from Yumi, who incidentally made some really cool maps that we like here on CP. Here it is.
Yo, incoming! Negatory! That pyro is a spy! Oh, please. Preposterous.
Hi guys, Yumi here. I'm an English-based mapper and an avid TF2 fan. You may know me from my works, such as CP Station being my first and most modest map for TF2. Then I made CP Bloodstained, which was a natural progression, and it was better, but still not really fantastic. And for the really on-the-ball players, PL Hoodoo, which is currently in development, but can still be found on a few servers here and there. Anyway, that's enough about me. I'd just like to say I love the show, and I've been listening since episode 4 or 5, one of the early ones.
Stop
and
it, Spencer.
Great, keep up the good work.
You're doing good, lad!
Here's my question for you. When you play a map for the first time, what factors make each of you want to play it again and again? And what factors put you off playing it ever again? Oh, and how do you feel about the medics achievements being dropped down to 10, 16 and 22 to match the pyros? Personally, I'm a little annoyed because when I got to about 23 or 4, through playing normally, I went and found an achievement box server and ground the last couple out just to get the Ubersaw. But obviously if I knew they were going to reduce them after about a month, I wouldn't have bothered. Yeah, thanks for your time. Keep up good work.
Good work!
Okay, the second part of his question is what we were just addressing. How do you feel about the metagun or the medic achievements being reduced? I still have yet to grind a single achievement for either class.
I hate you.
And I was running around, and by the way, I don't know exactly how it happened, but I got I was running around as a pyro, and I got an achievement as a pyro, and it knocked me, like it evidently registered with my computer, hey, by the way, now you have enough achievements for the medic. So I'm playing the pyro, and I got my Kritzkrieg.
That's how I got mine. I don't know if it was my first kill that I got it, and that might have been it. Someone was saying you had to get a kill to get your milestone for it to show. So it might have been just on your first pyro kill.
Well, mine,
Possibly.
I logged in as a pyro. The game crashed, and then I logged back in as pyro and got it. But that's what happened.
I'm okay with that. I always thought that having to get all the achievements was pretty ridiculous anyway. It makes people have to grind. Well, I mean, for the medic stuff, people have to grind anyway. But I thought it was kind of silly, to make it so that, if you wanted the weapon, you had to grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I mean, we were all really happy to see that it was easy to get the pyro stuff, which is exactly the reason why I'm not farming the pyro. And now I can reap the benefits with the medic, which I've already done. And that was a class that I did farm for, but I didn't farm enough to get, the third milestone, but now I do. So I think that's a good solution. There's still going to be people out there farming, so it's not ultimately going to stop people from farming, but I don't think Valve
I don't think anything ever would.
Yeah. And that's fine, because you should totally, like Burger King, you should have it your way,
Right away.
Yeah. So whatever's fun.
The first part of the question, do we want to address that one right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, the first part of the question was, what is it when you first play a map that makes you want to play it again or not play it again? Appears that I don't have a way to bounce back. Like if there is no tool to stop a steamroll, then it's a little too frustrating. The other thing is if the map is designed to give snipers free reign, then I generally won't want to play it.
Yeah, that's really good comment there. Yeah, Sniper War will shut the map off to me forever. Also, the amount of time spent on a map is very important to me too. If it's too fast, I don't like it. If it lasts way too long, I don't like it. There's some sort of sweet spot. I don't know exactly what it is, but having it last a fair amount of time means to me that it's a balanced map, and I know what I'm getting into. I'm not going to be there all day, or just get steamrolled in 5 seconds, and that's not any fun. So, and also another thing I like about a map is if there are areas that are lesser known to a lot of people, it kind of makes you feel more special. You know what I mean? Like if you know of a really good unused shortcut that people always fall for if you're ambushing from behind, then I like that kind of map. So,
I generally don't care for maps that you get easily lost on. Like if all the hallways look alike and you don't really know where you are, then it's very frustrating. Now there are exceptions to that because I feel like everybody got lost on Steel, but Steel's concept was so cool that it didn't matter. But on some maps, if you're just like, now wait, where am I again?
yeah.
That gets old. And I like it when you can look around and say, I'm not succeeding at this. Let me try this thing, and it involves the terrain. Like if you say, okay, me running out this door is not working. Why don't I try coming from over there? If there's options for you, if there are things for you to do, if there are multiple paths, ways for you to get around, that makes me happy. I also don't like the maps where the secret paths are too exploitative. For instance, if there is a duct that's really hard to find and it gets you way behind enemy lines or something like that, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like walking into a map and it looking nice and polished already. But I also like maps that are different, that have something unique about them, you know, like Circle Jerk or Steel or what's that?
Meridian?
Hotel Hell. I like the ones that, you know, kind of look different. Cyberpunk.
Hotel Hell?
Or
Really?
CP Falling.
I still love that one.
Wow.
I wish I could play it all day long.
I don't want to play it again ever. Ever.
For me, the criteria is pretty simple, and it's hard for me to quantify it in any real way that I end up liking quite a bit because I have fun playing them. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not crappy because they totally are. I like playing CP Falling every once in a while because everyone goes, "Oh my God, what is this?" and I have fun.
And Cyberpunk?
So, I've never played that one, but it sounds like one I would like.
Cyberpunk is cool. You know, by the way, I
So-
played that the first time this week.
How'd you like it?
I liked it. Very colorful, very awesome music, and it's
And it's
silly.
not like it's not like Mario Kart
Yeah.
colorful. You know, it's
Yeah.
like Mario Kart. It's colorful and stuff, but it still sticks to Mario, right? It's still Mario colors for the most part, and
Right.
it looks kind of Mario-ish.
There's so much hot pink and yellows going on. It's fun. It's fun for 10 minutes.
It's very techno. Oh no, it's great for 8 hours straight.
Yeah.
You just got to change around the game you're playing on there. Like there's a spy in the discotheque.
Yeah, whenever there's a map where it's up to the players to create their own game, there's either something really wrong or really right about it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not there's nothing to it because it's just a straight deathmatch map. You know,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
capture, there's no
Yeah.
flag, so
Yeah.
you can't capture the flag
Right.
unless you make a flag and then you capture it. Of course, you got to set terms on how you capture it
Yeah. Yeah.
and probably a time limit.
Capture the
Such a
sticky.
dork.
All right, so we answered that.
I mean that
question.
with
Now, in addition, now didn't you cover this? They fixed the issue with the hot on your heels achievement?
Hot
do we
on
know-
your
do we know-
heels.
Do we know what that is, or do you just want to skip it?
I don't know what that is. What was the issue?
I don't know. I was hoping that whoever
Can
typed
someone-
this in would know.
Can someone in Ustream chat tell us?
I'm pretty sure that's a straight copy and paste from the Steam update, so
Okay.
Yeah.
no one's gonna know.
Additionally, good news, Spencer. They incorporated the new Russian fonts into the base Team Fortress 2 fonts. I know that's important to you.
We get so excited
I've
over
been
that.
talking about that for a long time, actually.
Yeah.
You know, that's important to me.
Yeah, we were going to dedicate an entire episode to that. Foreign
I think we
fonts in
should.
TF2.
Okay, so let's move
Russians
on.
in TF2 as well. I think
So
we
let's
can agree on that, can't we?
yes.
Okay, sorry, go on.
Okay, and we're gonna do a clappy here and bring in Eagle, right?
Oh, okay.
Hopefully.
Clappy Jones.
Okay, let me give him a call here.
Russian fonts. Russian fonts. Sing with me.
Russian fonts. Russian fonts.
We love you, Russian fonts.
Fonts. There were these Russian fonts all over the place. Wherever I looked, they were all on my face. Russian fonts. Russian fonts.
Are you there?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Adam.
What's up, dog?
Russian fonts.
What do you think about
Join
Russian
in.
fonts? Do you like them? Hello?
I love them.
Of course you do.
Okay,
Everyone loves Russian fonts.
so I guess I'll let you drive this part, Brent.
Sure.
Okay.
Drive it on home.
Do we need to clap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clapper Jones.
So we've got Mr. Eagle on the line here, and I know there's something you wanted to talk about. If you want to go over that a little bit.
Sure, yeah. Me and Maz, for a while now, have been talking about this new project we thought would be very cool. And what it is a CP book. And we have all kinds of stuff that it could cover. We have a means to get it published online and available to everyone who wants it. A nice big hardcover book of all kinds of CP stuff. A few things that we
what
thought.
kind of
What kind of stuff?
like what kind of stuff's gonna go in the book?
First of all, one of the things we were talking about was an episode guide. So we have a page for each episode of the entire podcast, and so you could get a little overview of who was on it, what was talked about, maybe some jokes that were said, maybe a quote in an inlaid box, from the show. We could have a big gallery of everyone's contributions, which is a
Nice.
potentially very large section of the book.
Yeah.
That's really
Um,
cool. And now you've just made it into the book.
Yes.
How does that feel?
Is that why you
Yeah,
wrote?
really huge.
You're now in your own book.
What's that?
It's very It's very very surreal.
Paradoxical? No. no.
What
That
else we
sounds
have?
really
Talk
cool.
about maybe a CP timeline.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a history of all the squads, the quotes. There's that dictionary that's going on in the forums right now. And the reason why we wanted to come on here in the first place is that the more people that we have inputting options and different things we include, the better it'll be. So we're going to put a thread up, and anyone with an idea of anything we could include is more than welcome to post and give any ideas that we have, and just to make it the best project available for everyone. It'd be really cool to see. Hopefully really good looking hardcover. And yeah.
I try to avoid any mention of drunken patty cake.
I don't know. I think that might be a
Probably
necessity.
in the dictionary by now. The dictionary's pretty wild already.
No, I just have one request. As long as you can pull Meej out of every single page.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
What about artwork? Is this going to be a good?
There you go.
Is this going to be a good coffee book or coffee table type book? Like maybe some original artwork, maybe Boom Rock or Nico kind of stuff in there.
Yeah, like the more we can include, the better. We can get like Flaming Menace's awesome pictures.
Nice.
We can get maybe screenshots from different things. We can get the sprays everyone made. Who knows what else? Maybe screenshots from the big video spray
Yeah.
video that is. Who knows? There's so much potential.
Wow, that seems very daunting and overwhelming.
Yeah, it's rather large. We have a few people that we've already got on board to help us because obviously we need a decent amount of people to do it. We got Rassi on board.
Cool.
I think Moot's helping out, and yeah, like I said, me and John and Maz were we were talking about it quite a while ago, so
Very
it's
nice.
been in actually the works a little bit already.
Wow.
I just find it hard to believe that there's enough of us to talk about for a whole book. But maybe that's just me.
I don't know. I
The
mean,
gallery alone is going to be massively difficult.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Well, the good news is at least you know exactly how many episodes are going to be since this is our last episode.
yes. So you'll have 37 pages worth of episode guides.
Yeah.
And then you can do a whole breakout box for Age of Conan on those 2 episodes where we talked about it.
So y'all are going to screw them up because now they're going to finish this up this week. Next week we're going to do the next podcast, and now they're going to have to write an addendum or
I
an
know.
errata for the book.
Wait, next
No one's going to
podcast?
listen next week. You're going to think you're gone.
I know. I know.
They already do.
Well, okay.
I think that's awesome.
Is there-
Stream's empty.
So, is there anything else that we can get out on the air that will help you guys out? I mean, I guess one thing is to know we're behind these guys doing this.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
we support them doing this. So, you know, if you can help them out in any way, that will be awesome. We would appreciate it.
And the better it'll
Consent
be
to
as well,
interviews, you
obviously.
know.
One thing that I'm still working on, I'm not sure the legalities behind publishing screenshots of games, whether there's any trouble. I think it's probably okay if you just source your images and things, but I'm still looking on the legalities of that.
I think
wanna get
long
in
as it's
trouble,
not
obviously.
like the product's not based on those images. Like you're not selling that book and it's not selling because of those images in the book. You know,
No.
that
No,
there's you
I-
can get by on
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
Sounds a little iffy out on
you
this.
think
you
I-
Yes,
guys.
we'll have the law
you
offices
guys-
of control and point contact you.
Yeah.
You guys are a bit silly.
No,
Robin
You guys
Walker.
are
It's
lawyers,
like
right?
it's
So-
like doing a whatchamacallit, a documentary. or
J.K.
something.
J.K. Rowling is suing somebody for making a Harry Potter dictionary.
Well, and they're selling a dictionary based off her work.
Yeah, but it's
That's
also. But I'm just saying.
It's not because someone made a documentary about Harry Potter or a documentary about something that had a picture
Just
of Harry
telling you.
Potter's. And I know
Intellectual
what you're
property.
saying, but no, that's not true. There's so many things to get around. You know, it's just as long as you're not
But
selling
we're also
and
not
making money off
on
their
this
work.
either. This is
what
completely
it boils down
non-profit.
to.
It's just. So I think part of the fact that if you're making money off it, that has part to do with it.
Well, to be honest, this is not a hard question to settle. We just need to actually ask someone who knows what they're talking about. So
Hey, I'll get with you offline.
I'll
since,
toss another
since I seem to
email
be
at-
the only one here who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I'll toss Valve another.
I'm gonna ask.
I'll toss Valve another email.
Maybe they'll do a blog post about it.
I know. Okay. Well, anything else on this subject? Is that about cover it?
Not that I can think of.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for coming online and talking about it. And be sure to get that post up and sticky it
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
people can see it.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
definitely will.
Okay.
Okay. Well, do you have a question you want to ask us just in general? Like TF2 question or anything?
I should have prepared one.
Well, now you're on the
stories
spot.
playing last week.
Ask us if we were like in a hotel room in Vegas with one of the classes. Who do we want to be with?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask that. Ready? In Vegas with one of the classes. Who would it be?
That's a really good question.
Wow, I never would have
How do
thought
you
of
come
that
up
one.
with this stuff,
Wow,
man?
that's amazing.
Wow.
That's awesome. I'm
It's
going
just
with the
how I roll.
spy because I'm sure he can card count.
Yeah.
If I could
I
disguise
think
as a female.
if it were me, it would be the hooker.
That's the new class coming out next.
Okay, well, thanks for coming on, Adam, and we will see you online soon.
See ya.
See ya.
All right.
See you later, Adam.
Bye.
Well, that's
Cool.
very cool. Now we'll have to see the Meet the Hooker video.
Thanks. Did we ever mention his Steam name as Mr. Eagle? Or did we just start
Mr.
calling him Adam?
Igale,
Anyway.
He-
Well, cool.
he is
So we're going to be in a
the
book.
cause of one of the oldest CPN jokes ever.
Hey, Spencer, will you activate your camera again?
Maybe I don't wanna.
Do we need a clappy clappy?
Sure. Meet the hooker.
There we go.
Okay.
Did
Yeah,
that
see,
work?
I'll steal jokes from the
Yes.
chat room anytime.
It's not up.
No, we got it.
Okay.
We changed the way the room is. You're actually on a pedestal in the corner.
We're getting some arms together to put out to the
Yeah.
side. And
Eric recommended we get you like some little wings and a big old beefy arm like Trogdor.
He's so cute. Like an angel.
You got a pretty mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's finish.
Yes.
Let's finish this.
So
Let's train wreck.
moving on to reconnaissance.
All right.
So I
Ambiance.
thought on our reconnaissance segment, first off, we could talk, give some first impressions of Fastlane.
Fast lane.
I've played this map many times and I like it. I'm getting some good vibes off of it. I like the way that they set up the multiple paths. I like the way that you can get to each point from many different ways. But The one thing I don't like is that once you capture that point outside of the enemy base, it seems very difficult for a team to get it back. Do you get that impression as well?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I can see that.
It gets kind of stalemate-ish at that point. It seems like a little bit, though. I didn't like it the first time I played it, but after I played it a few more times, I started liking it more. I just don't like it visually. I think it looks like crap visually, but playability, it's pretty good. Except for, I think you're right about that.
And I think it has to do with height, actually. Since you're actually going down into the enemy base, you have a height advantage, which standard tactics. You want to be uphill from your enemy.
Yeah,
And that
the
may
garage
just be
doors.
taking and learning the map because you can come out on top.
Yeah, there's a high and a low road.
True,
But the low road is really bad because not only is it lower than the train at where the point is, but there's garage doors there, so you can, as a soldier, just sit there and wait for the doors to open and start hurling stuff.
And I mean, and if you get basically what you do is you get a demo or something to sticky those doors and watch those doors down there. And I mean, there's that side door that people rarely use, and then there's the top door. But I mean, it doesn't seem that hard to lock the point down, and I don't. We actually got some people complaining about steamrolls last night, because of the way it had been going. And I'm like, how can you be steamrolling when you have 2 victories? It was 2-0, and people were like, steamroll, shuffle the teams. I'm like, come on, that's not steamrolling. That's just 2 victories. But once you capture that point outside the base, I feel like it's very difficult to move on. One other thing I noticed: this is a great offensive engineer map.
Great places to put the teleporters and stuff, and getting sentries out everywhere.
Yeah, and because, and this might sound wacky, there's so many little places for engineers to run that, like, I end up, if I see an engineer behind our lines, I'll have to go and chase him down, and there's lots of twists and turns, and he can actually lose me, and it'll be like, I don't know, I'll be like, I lost the engineer, I don't know where he went, he's building something somewhere.
Yeah, actually, I can see that because I kind of find that there's a little too many ammo packs and too many med kits on the entire map. It seems like you walk for about 10 seconds and you'll hit another pack, and that just tends to make allow people to live too long. Also, engineers can build super fast. I can just mentally think of lots of spots where you can get both ammo and at that last point where you're talking the chokehold there, on the high road as a soldier, you can rocket jump on that ledge and just walk in the high row or on the high road. Anyway,
We say sniper deck. If that helps.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a sniper deck. But right there, right as you rocket jump, you're instantly in front of a new ammo pack and a large med kit. There's large med kits and large ammo packs everywhere. I mean,
large ones or mediums? Mediums, the square ones.
I believe these are large. I could be wrong. They're either medium or large. They're for sure not small.
I've seen a lot of the medium ones. Usually, in almost every single room connecting 2 points, like 2 control points, there will be one room in the middle of that where you can find a medium health kit and a medium ammo pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it seems like there's a lot of small ones, or maybe not a lot, but on that like cap point you're talking about, there's one in the little room with the window off to the side.
It's just weird to see that many on a map. I've never seen that as a problem on a map. If it's a silly map or something, then there's a point for it, but not on a serious map. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is almost polished. It feels, of course, like Badlands because you have that high road that the interiors, and then you have the exterior, which is low. Badland has the same thing, the low ground and the high ground. And depending on what class you are, will tell you which road you should take. Probably should take the low road.
I wonder if they really got the kind of the look and design of Badlands from this map.
It looks like it to me.
Because it's obviously one of their favorites if they they put it in the pack like that.
Yeah.
So maybe they got in there and started, because it really does feel like Badlands look and feel of it. The playability, it's really
it's a little
pretty
longer,
different.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's like if you took Badlands and stretched it out instead of made a Z with it. or an
Yeah.
N, whatever.
An
S,
N, an S,
Q, P.
Well, I
P,
played
U, B.
Fastlane once, and it left absolutely no impression on me whatsoever.
Play it again, because that's
So,
how I
I'll
felt
have
the
to go
first
back
time.
and play it again.
Wow.
That's all I have to
Is
say.
that really all our first impressions?
Yeah, yeah.
I
As
have
a
no first impressions.
as a demo man, some of the things I found very useful, as I said, sticking the garage doors, while you're trying to hold that second point.
Yeah.
I found this to be a very heavy ski map. Like I found there was lots of radial areas from conflict zones. So what I would do is I would strafe and fill the conflict zone up with stickies, and for the most part I was unbothered while I did that. So it's kind of interesting. I actually found myself using my sticky gun way more than my grenade launcher on this map.
Oh, okay.
Which for me, I don't know, I tend to use the grenade launcher more.
You'd pull that bottle out more.
I do actually. I never think about it. Somebody will be chasing me, and I'll be trying to lay stickies at their feet and exploding them rather than using the bottle. I'm bad on the bottle.
They have groups for that.
I know. So are we done?
With that map or with
One thing I was talking about the offensive engineer stuff. One reason I talked about that is because you kind of have to go like forward to the fourth point and then kind of turn around and go up into that little area and go across a bridge, and you can get to that little raised ledge there where if you're defending, you can't go straight into it. So there's some neat little offensive engineer things that are very useful. I didn't play around with it much, but I spent a good chunk of my game making sure I covered those areas effectively and clear out the engineering infestations.
Okay. Infestations.
That's
nice.
what they are.
infestation.
If they start getting all kinds of stuff up there, it's just like a bad cold.
That's what she said.
You got to sneeze and get it cleaned out. Okay, I played a couple of other maps this week. First off, I played some Egypt.
Oh yeah. I like Egypt.
Finally.
And I played a little bit of Medic, and I played some NG on there, and we actually had a really good time. But we on both occasions. Now, is this a 3-stage map, or is it okay?
Yeah, this is 3-stage.
On both times, we found it possible to lock down the second point of the second stage. Every time
Okay.
we played, that got held down.
Okay.
And I think it's because there's some choke points for the offense there at the top of the stairs that the defense is really able to regain control right there, in front of cap point 1.
Yeah.
I think it needs a forward spawn. I think that would help out a lot.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah.
It would.
At least spawning at like the first cap point, like up top or something, because that seemed like the other team would kind of push to that point, like they're guarding 1 again, and you'd kind of fight between there and 2, and so
Yeah.
you couldn't make it to 2 with a solid offense.
Right. And with the defense popping out, what I would do is I would go NG, use my stuff to help the guy get his gun up, and then I'd go back in because the spawn room was right there. I'd go back in and go medic and come back out. So we were able to get lots and lots of turrets up very, very quickly and defend the space, and that's pretty much what happened to us as well. And then additionally, there are plenty of places to harry the people who are building up their Ubers. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a lot of fun, but I didn't like I said it
You could
got
use a little
locked down.
tuning.
Yeah. I played.
I played this map with jetpacks with you, Brent. Right? We
Yeah,
played-
and I
It's
kind
silly.
of assumed that we were having issues because of the jetpacks. But
Yeah, probably.
apparently it was with the map, and I just hadn't really noticed it.
Well, there's so many high platforms on that map that playing it, with jetpacks is actually sort of interesting.
Check.
Hey.
Check. Check. Do we need to close the door?
Yeah.
I mean, if we don't need to, we don't need to, because Will's gone.
It sounded really funny
This
the
was
one
a
episode where we had it
triumph.
open.
Okay, we had a little reverbs.
Yeah, and some kind of like kitchen sounds, refrigerator, I don't know, hissing kind of something weird, yeah. Something like that.
I'm making a note here. Taryn's a jerk.
Ooh,
Oh my God.
zombie. All right, we ready to do some stuff?
There's a bagel in my mouth and I'm chewing it up. There's a bagel in my mouth
Are
and
you
I'm
singing
chewing
Monster in My
it
Pants?
up. There's a bagel in my mouth and I'm chewing it up. There's a bagel in my mouth and I'm chewing it up. There's a bagel in my mouth. There's a bagel in my mouth. There's a bagel in my mouth.
Bagel, bagel, bagel.
Oh, always record.
There's a bagel in Spencer's mouth.